So how long have you lived in the colonies for?
We moved here in July 2005.
I've lived here 17 and a half years, came up in November 94.
I've lived here for about 12 years and so I've had a lot of time to know my neighbours, and in the last 3 years we've set up a residents association as well called the Flower Colonies Area Residents Association. So I've had quite a long time to be here and know my neighbours.
My name is Mariana Clyde and I'm the chair of Merchiston Community Council, and I'm very much in favour of the colonies being preserved and that people have a better understanding of the social history which contributed to the development of the colonies, because this is a very unique piece of social history in Edinburgh.
My father, grandfather and great-grandfather all lived in the colonies in Stockbridge. The first of the colonies, there were 11 of them all together. And there were lots of stories in the family as a result of that. And indeed I have the apprentice pieces that my great-grandfather had to do as a plasterer. As an apprentice they had to do quite elaborate pieces of plasterwork, and these actually form part of an exhibition which the City Council put on in 1999 and 2000.
I've lived in Edinburgh and studied in Edinburgh for quite a long time, so I'd always been aware that it was a nice place to end up. I did the kind of live-in first flat, was a tenement flat, but we'd always kind of had the aim of ending up here as a family home. And it works. They do work well. They're kind of small, but you can make them work as a family home.
The houses themselves are just so nice. You know, they've got lovely historical features, but not in a way that you can't live in them anymore. It's not like living in a museum. You know, you can still enjoy them. They're still very much the houses that they were meant to be.
By placing these terraces opposite each other, these terraces of houses, they gave each of the people, each of the families, their own entrance, their own garden, and more particularly an interaction between one another as they faced each other. So the key thing there, I think, is that they provided a sense of community, of interaction, of neighbourhood, all things which are difficult to generate, not impossible, but difficult in a tenement, and certainly very, very difficult these days in a multi-storey house. So that was an important thing in cementing concepts of neighbourhood, community, civil society, the kind of engagement that we're looking for these days, but which is difficult to reproduce.